What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dermy Wormy. And Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is coming out here towards the end of December. And listen, I'm going to be perfectly honest here. I was not expecting to see what I was about to see, what we're going to be talking about here, because it ain't good. A film that has been reshot multiple times, a film that has been delayed multiple times as well, due to things like, let's be honest, due to things like COVID and stuff like this. Warner Brothers being a company that needs to get some money into it. They're canceling films left, right, and center. They're having serious issues in budgeting and everything like that. It is a dead company. 100%, it is a failing brand of a dead company. And it's starting to look like Aquaman 2 is not going to do them any favors. A movie that's been plagued by test screenings not going well, people actually walking out of a court apparently due to rumored child scenes, a movie that's being plagued by drama by the actual cast, because one of the cast again is despised by everybody, being Amber Heard. You know what happened after that, you know, with the Johnny Depp trial, everything there. People don't like Amber Heard, but she's supposed to be at least a main character, not the main character, but part of the main cast within the movie, being Mira, and the wife to Jason Momoa's Aquaman. We are now starting to see the actual predictions, long-range predictions, come out for this movie, and it ain't good. Come over here to Box Office Mojo's, Box Office Pros, not Mojo, Box Office Pros Twitter. Long-range box office forecast as of November 24th for Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, $32 million to $42 million opening day domestically. These are your opening domestic numbers right here. These are not good for this movie, which, as it's being reported, is about $205 million budget. That doesn't take into account reshoots and marketing or anything like that. So bump it up to about $300 million is probably what this movie costs to make. Needs to make about $700 million just to break even. $600 million if we're being nice. Let's be nice. Let's say it needs to make about $600 million just to break even. And the forecast for its box office domestic total isn't any better, with a total of $105 million to $168 million. That's domestic numbers right there. This movie is tracking horrifically, and also it's tracking worse than the Marvels itself. Jason Momoa, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom to have a worse opening weekend compared to Brie Larson's The Marvels. The Marvels is a travesty of epic proportion. It is a god-awful movie. I can't even give any form of credit to what that movie is, how that movie looks, and how that movie is portrayed or anything like that. That is a horrific movie. I saw the trailer for Aquaman 2. I saw both trailers. First trailer was MCU-esque. I liked the second trailer. I thought the second trailer made everything look good, but it's starting to look like the DC, Warner Brothers as a whole. A lot of these superhero movies are tainted and people are checking out. They're checking out of these awful movies because they're just not getting good storytelling anymore. So even with a movie that looks like it's going to be at least decent within the trailers and stuff, and also hey, when it came to Aquaman 1 did fantastically. Started off kind of poor, but it held its retention, mainly because you can't underestimate the power of Jason Momoa's abs. But people are getting checked out. People don't want to be around this stuff anymore, and I can't fully blame them. But also, getting back to this actual point that this movie is tracking worse than the Marvels. I have the Marvels numbers pulled up here. You look at its actual opening weekend domestic numbers. It is 100% better. Well, not 100% better, but it is pretty much better than what freaking Aquaman 2 is tracking. This is pretty much Aquaman's 2 high end. This is what they're predicting it on the high end. This was the Marvel's low end. So it's not tracking anywhere in what's away good. And when you go back to what these domestic numbers are, this is also a travesty. But when you go look at actual DC films, because I'm comparing it to a Marvel film, it's not super fair. So you got to compare it to the actual universe that it comes from. When you compare it to past DCEU films, scroll down here, it does better than Wonder Woman in 1984 in the domestic box office. Blue Beetle does a little bit better. Suicide Squad, Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Birds of Prey. But it falls short of the first Shazam movie. And it doesn't even beat out The Flash. The Flash being one of the biggest disasters for DC in history. a movie that's going to cost them millions upon millions of dollars, this movie, Aquaman 2, which possibly has a chance to cost them even more money if it doesn't even beat out The Flash. Now, on the same comparison, I do have to be honest here. When you look up at Aquaman itself, Aquaman didn't have a great domestic run either. Like, on its opening weekend, it wasn't fantastic. It was only $67 million. But the thing is, it held really, really strong. It ended up making that whole billion-dollar movie solely off the power of Jason Momoa's abs. But I don't know if this movie's going to have that property. I don't know what's going to happen with this movie. Jason Momoa's abs, and I know that's kind of a joke, but that's a fact. Women will go see bad movies just because there's a hot guy in it. When it comes to this movie, there's so many parameters around it that it is hard to predict where it's going to end up, what's going to happen with this movie, and how people are going to react to it. Because you do have the Amber Heard factor. You have the rumors of awful baby scenes. Okay, you have the rumors of awful baby scenes. You have some possibility that the trailer actually helped emphasize that this is a scene that might be happening. You have the Amber Heard factor, which is a serious factor to take into account as well. This Amber Heard factor is probably going to be what actually kills the movie, besides actually the movie itself, because people are just find Amber Heard so disgusting, and the simple fact that she's in the movie is a problem. That's why when you actually came to the brand new trailer, and I did this scene over and over again in my actual video, she's cut out. This scene originally had her in there. She's no longer there because they know what the Amber Heard factor is, and they got to try to diminish her as much as possible. How is that going to play out? I don't know. All we have to do is wait and see what is in the end. But the sad reality is this movie has a good chance of doing worse than both the Marvels and the Flash. This could be yet another major box office flop for DC, and I don't know how this is all going to play out, especially with the new Superman universe starting up. But let me get you guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live. And I'll catch you guys all on the next one. And check out coffeebrandcoffee.com. What's going on, guys? Listen, it's Christmas season coming up, and you know what makes great gifts? That's right, Coffee Brand Coffee. Coffee Brand Coffee makes wonderful gifts, and guess what? They don't just have great coffees, teas, and cocos. They also got gear, they got K-cups, and also they got wonderful gift boxes. Gift boxes that include all sorts of wonderful great goodies. You got chocolate covered coffee beans, raspberry yogurt pretzel twists, sea salt milk chocolates, caramel. You got chocolate covered coffee beans, peppermint hot cocoa, spicy and sweet treat mixes, kettle corn pop, premium vacuum travel tumblers, and all sorts of wonderful great stuff that you can get at Coffee Brand Coffee. And these make great Christmas gifts. So guys, please check out coffeebrandcoffee.com and use promo code BACKTACO at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. That's coffeebrandcoffee.com, promo code BACKTACO.